So you've just found yourself single again. Divorce, breakup of a long-term relationship, whatever, it doesn't matter. But suddenly you're by yourself in a new place. What do you do? Where do you start? My suggestion is to focus on 3 areas in particular. First is the North. The North deals with career and life path. It is its main element that it focuses on is water. So obviously having water in there is a good idea, but what nurtures water, what supports water? Metal. So mirrors are a great thing to have in the North. It is also great to have like a water fountain or a vase with like bamboo, because you have it primarily in a jar with water. Those are the type of elements that will, from a Feng shui standpoint, help support you as you figure out really who you are now and what are your values. Where do you want to be in the next 2 days, 3 days, 5 years? Those are the kind of internal pieces of dialogue that you need to go into to decide. That's going to give you the compass, the direction that you want to head, so that you feel like you've done your inner work. The next place I want you to take a look at is the skills and knowledge sector. That is the northeast section of your space. Its base element is earth. So again, we're talking about grounding things. So you want to be able to have like terracotta pots. Books are great because books help to elevate your knowledge. It may also be where you want to, if you're doing therapy, if you're doing telemedicine or telehealth, anything like that, sit in that northeast sector so that you can gain as much information as possible from your sessions, so that you will be able to, maximize your dollars, as well as really, learn more about yourself and how, perhaps old patterns that, you inherited were suddenly, that's, showing up and they were getting played out with a relationship that just ended. But now, finally, the third sector to look at is the love and relationship sector. That one is third because you got to do the first 2 steps before you're ready to move on to finding a new partner. So the southwest part of your home is the relationship and love sector. This, again, is not about, okay, how can I get somebody in here quick? This is about you really deciding, what kind of partner do I want? How do I want this person to fit into my world? Too many times when a relationship is broken up, you're thinking, well, I've got to find somebody new. I'm lonely. I need to have that companionship, without doing the work of knowing, well, what is it that I really need to feel loved? How do I know that I'm being loved properly? Can I give myself that first, and then finding the skill set to then be that for yourself and then potentially for somebody else? Learning the 5 love languages, I can't recommend that enough. That's a great way to start. Human design is another great way to start. If you want some practitioners, you can contact me and I can certainly send a few your way. But the base element for this southwest corner is also earth. This is more of a yin earth, though. Soil, it is like sand. So, it's more of that nurturing vibe. So instead of having more of the harder elements like you would in the northeast, you'd have more softer elements like squishy blankets, thick rugs, something luscious feeling for you. Now notice that those are diagonal, so that all goes through the center section, which is your health sector. Of course, being able to take care of all aspects of your health: mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, financial. It is very important to understand that self-care sometimes looks like sitting down and paying all your bills, or figuring out how to prioritize that. It's not always a bubble bath and chocolates. As much as I love bubble baths and chocolates, sometimes you just got to do the grunt stuff. You gotta put in the work before you can put in the play. Anyway, those are the 4 tips that I wanted to share with all of my new single friends. And if you know of anybody else, feel free to share this because I think they could probably use a little bit of an uplift as well. Have a great day.